Thank you. I appreciate ChemAxon's adjustment for some of the last-minute slide changes, but oh well. So again, my name's Steve Muskal. I run Eidogen-Certanty, and one of the things I wanted to mention today is that we have this mission of kind of a grand mission to help scientists in general discover new chemical entities. It's not just limited to pharma by any means, but that's sort of ingrained in everything we do. I assume it's right to go right? Yes. So thanks. We've been around for a decade now. In fact, I myself just learned of this when LinkedIn sent me a message that said, congratulations, in 10 years. Wow, it's a long time. We've over the years acquired a couple entities, a lot of money invested in the early days, but we've been really cash positive, not really cash positive, but cash positive since 2006. We primarily focus on software and databases, but we do a fair amount of, and it's kind of cut off at the bottom, what we call direct design, collaborative interactions. And these are really important for us to actually learn what people are really doing. Not what kind of features they need in software, but what are the fundamental problems associated with drug discovery. And that's what led us to, wow, we totally got cut off, doing a lot of work in the mobile arena. So I encourage you to look through the app stores, and many of these apps are free. Thanks. And you'll see that we have covered, I don't want to advance the slide, anywhere from structure activity database access down to reaction methodology to commercially available reagents, a lot of real cool apps. We have over 40,000 downloads of these apps and about 25 to 27,000 active users. So it's pretty cool. And this is really fundamental to our mission, getting access to people who maybe don't necessarily have license budget to get access to the databases. Thank you. One of our apps, mobile reagents, we have in several different platforms, Android, iOS, and even Windows 8. Well, thanks. That's okay. But today I want to briefly touch on something that's really new. You're some of the first people to actually see this. We talked a little bit about this at the ACS, but we've recently had a partnership with Accelerus to develop a new mobile collection. This works in the pipeline pilot arena, and in particular, a mobile client that initially will run on iOS, but then subsequently on Android and others. What does it do? Well, it allows access to any pipeline pilot protocol that you have up there. It's really cool, and it accesses your on-premises system as well as, for those of you who are exploring the cloud version of the pipeline pilot arena. I encourage you, if you have questions about this, to contact Tone Van Deelen over at Accelerus. What does that mean? Well, imagine a fairly sophisticated pipeline pilot protocol, of which there are phenomenal ChemAxon components. You might have a lot of work done on site with this kind of thing. Well, you're used to seeing this kind of interface. Well, now you'll be able to see a mobile app, and the interface has recently been updated for iOS 7, so it's fresher looking. That was the new video I wanted to show. But it allows access to the protocols and the parameters and to simply execute them and get the reports that you would see otherwise on a desktop client. So now, in the not-too-distant future, you'll see a mobile access to that. It's quite cool, and of course, all the reports that are dynamic have that functionality in there as well. What's fundamental to this app is the ability to share and not only export out reports and send to email, but also export into other apps. I have to show you offline the videos on that. So some good examples are sharing results between other mobile apps, as well as results to the desktop. So those links actually can link directly to the reports that you would have executed in Pipeline Pilot. Pretty cool. The fact that it runs on a mobile device gives you access to all those peripherals, camera, audio, GPS, that kind of thing. So this is just an example of pulling up a camera, or in this case the simulator. It's pulling from a photo library of imagery. So you can imagine using the image collection or whatever kind of fancy protocols you have and take pictures off your device. You'll have the geolocation, the time, date stamp, that kind of thing. You can also use it as a barcode scanner. So it really opens the door, I think, for access. That's a little image collection modification of an uploaded video, uploaded pic. Another key thing is being able to run the apps on the go. Some of these protocols take a long time to run, so I did a little switch there. It says run it, don't wait for it. And so here you can execute a protocol while you're traveling and come back to it later. And you'll see up here that's yellow. It will turn green when it's done, and you can later pull out the reports. So really a sophisticated new access to that community of protocols that you might have developed. Oops, I might have skipped one. No. So why we spend so much in mobile? Well, it actually gets to the fundamental mission that we have, and that's provide access to the world, if we can, and to facilitate new chemical entity discovery and development. And today, mobile apps have really been, sort of vertical solutions. I think we are now opening the door to access a whole variety of technologies, whether it's Pipeline Pilot. We already have apps that access the ChemAxon web services. That's a really, really powerful capability. And I believe that with time, you'll see that these mobile devices will be true game changers, opening up the doors for new chemical entity development beyond the few 100,000 people worldwide that are currently working in that area. So again, if you have questions about the mobile collection, contact Tone, and happy to take questions later offline. Thanks.